Good morning. Good morning. So today we are to do a math lesson, and we are going to answer some questions in examination council of Zambia first paper. Um, and for today, we're going to begin with paper one. Okay. So this is paper one for 28. We are going to begin right from question one, and then we can see how far we can go with it. So this is part one. This is part one, everyone. So please give feedback if you are able to hear me clearly, and also give feedback if you are able to see clearly on the board here. So I'm doing this lesson every morning, so there is no enough light. I don't have enough light. So I'll try as much as possible to use a bigger font as I write on my board here. So those of you who will not be able to watch the live video, please you can still watch it on live on Facebook as well as YouTube on our YouTube channel, so you can be able to watch it from there. All right, so let's begin. Kindly give feedback if you are able to get me. Please give feedback if you are able to get me and you are able to see. So this is just Mark paper 1, 2018. Okay, 2018. So we begin with question 1. Question 1 says simplify for x plus 2 minus 3x minus 8y. Right, so we are being asked to simplify this question. Please, those of us who have got children who are in grade 4, grade 9, or let me just say in junior secondary, please, you can encourage them to be part of the broadcast. Okay. So we've been asked to simplify this one. 4 open bracket x plus 2y plus minus open bracket 3x minus 8y close bracket. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do here is we are going to expand this term and this other term here. So the first thing that we are going to do is expand. Okay, so we find this one. We are going to multiply this 4 here with everything that is in it. Okay, so we'll start multiplying 4 multiplied by x plus 4 multiplied by 2. Okay, and then minus. Okay, we multiply negative with everything that is in the bracket. So this negative multiplied by the here. Okay, 3 is carrying a positive sign. 3 is carrying a positive. This negative multiplied by that positive, we are going to have negative. So here is negative 3x And then this time the negative multiplied by that negative, we are going to have positive. So it will be plus 8. Okay? Then next, when we multiply by x, we are going to have 4x. 4x1 will be minus 3x plus. Okay? So please allow me to just wrap what is in top here. Okay? So from here, going to take it up again. So we have 4x plus 8y minus 6 plus 8y. The second thing that we are supposed to do now is to collect like terms. Okay, you have to rearrange the expression. The expression is above there. You rearrange it as to like terms. By like terms, what we mean is that this is composed of different variables. In this case, we have two variables, that is x and y. So you group all the things that have got x together, and then you group the terms that have the y. We are going to have 4x. So this negative x, we are going to group it with 4x. Negative x, then plus 8y, another 8y. Okay? Then when we subtract 4x minus 3x, we are going to have plus y plus 8y y. So that's our answer for that question. That is question 1. Okay? Let's proceed. If you ask now or even later, you are free to ask. If there is any clarity, you can stop there or inbox me directly, then I'll be able to respond. Okay? So question 2, there is evaluate 27 to the power 2 over 3. Okay, so this one is coming from that topic, indices. Okay, indices. So how do you evaluate this? Okay, how do you evaluate this one? Okay, so there are different ways that you can look at this. Okay, the first is, remember, under indices we are told, or it says, if you have x, okay, to the power n over m, okay, this is the same as the m root of n of x, sorry, the nth root of x, okay, the root of x raised to n. Okay, given x to the power over m, this is the m to the power n. So in this case, given 20 over 3, this is the same as, okay, the third root or the cube root of 27 raised to. Okay, so cube root of 27. Okay, a cube root of 27. The other way you can do this one is by, we know that 27 is the same as 3 multiplied by itself 3 times. In other words, 3 cubed, or 3 to the power 3. 3 to the power 3 is equal to then raised to power 2. So what is that? This cube and the cube roots are going to cancel out, and we are going to remain with 3 to the power 2, and it will be equal to 9. Okay, so 9 is the answer there. Okay, 9 is going to be our answer. Now, the other way that we can handle this problem is by simply doing it this way. 27 to the power 2 over 3. This is the same as, we write 27 with the base of 3, raised to power 3, then multiplied by 2 over 3. So these powers are multiplying each other. So what happens here is that these 3 and that 3, they cancel each other out, and we are going to remain with 3 to the power 2, which is equal to. So 27 raised to the power 2 over 3 is equal to 9. Okay? 7 raised to the power 2 over 3 is equal to 9. Right? We move on. We move on. Okay? So we go to question number 3. Question 3. Question 3 says a straight line. A straight line passing through A 3, 2 and B 5, y. Okay? So the line that is passing through these 2 points, the first point is 3, 4, and the other point is 5, y. Okay? And it has the same line as this, a gradient 2. Okay, -2. So the question says find y. Okay? So let me try to switch off this line. I don't know if this is better. Okay, I think this is much better. Okay, I think this is much better. So there is a line passing through the 2 points. First point is 3, 2, the second point is 5, y, and the line has a gradient of -2. So when you face a certain question in mathematics, the first thing that you are supposed to do is look at the given information. In this way, we have been told there is a line. The other thing we've been given is the point and the gradient. Okay? So you should click in your mind, okay, when you are given a certain question that, okay, in this question, the method I'm supposed to use is this one, or the formula I'm supposed to use is this one. So in this case, this should be given gradient. So it means the answer to our question somehow is related to gradient. So in this case, we have to look at the formula for finding gradient of a straight line. So gradient of a straight line represented by m is equal to, okay, the change in y or the change in x. In other words, we are saying y2 minus y1. We find the difference between the coordinates y2 and y1 in relation to the point where the line has passed over x2 minus x1. So in this point that we've been given, point A, 3 will be our x1, 2 will be our y1. Then on point B, 5 will be our x2, and y will be our y2. Okay? So we are going to replace these two, the point or the values in this point in our equation. So we say m is equal to y2 is y minus our y1 is 2 divided by x2 is 5 minus our x1 is 3. This will result to y minus 2 will remain y minus 2 over 5 minus 3 is going to give us 2. Now remember, we've already been given the value of m, the gradient, and that is -2. So we just replace, okay? We are just going to replace. So here on m, we put -2. So we say -2 is equal to y minus 2 over 2. Okay? At this point, what you do is that you are going now to cross multiply. So here you say -2 over 1, and then you cross multiply. Okay? So this one will multiply the numerator here, y minus here, the denominator here will multiply with the numerator on the left hand side of our equation. So 1 multiplied by y will give us y. Then 1 multiplied by -2 will give us -2. Then this will be equal to this 2 multiplied by -2 there, it is going to give us -4. Okay? Then when you reach at this point, you can simply take this -2 to the other side of the equation, which is the right hand side. The other way is to find the additive inverse of -2. In this case, the additive inverse of -2 is +2. Okay? But we simply say, okay, y is equal to -4. These two will cross to the other side and it will be positive. Remember, sorry, positive 2. Remember, whenever a number crosses the equal sign, okay, it has to change its sign. Okay, if it was a positive number, it will change to a negative. If it was a negative number, it will become a positive number. Okay, if we are looking for the additive index, we are going to say -2 plus 2, and then this side was going to be -4 plus. So this is just a shortcut. So finally, our y will be equal to -4 plus 2 is -2. Okay? Remember, when we have different signs, what do? We subtract and maintain the sign of the numerically larger number. So in this case, the numerically larger number is -4. Okay? We proceed. Proceed. This, like I've said, if you still have issues with what we are doing, you can inbox me. If there are specific questions you want me to help you, you can still inbox me. Okay? This is just to help those who are in school, those who are writing exams, GCK or the grade 12 final examination, as well as those who are in grade 10. Important that you start looking at these questions in past papers early enough. Okay. So question 4 is saying factorize completely. Factorize completely 5x squared minus 5. Factorize completely 5x minus 5. So the first thing that we are going to do here is we are going to find a common factor, a factor that is common between these terms. Okay, whenever you have been asked to factorize a certain expression, you look at factors that are common, the highest common factors in the terms that you have been given. So in this case, we have 5x squared. Here we only have 5. Here we have both the coefficient and the variable, but here there's only 5, okay? A constant number, all right? So what is common between these two is 5, because here we have a 5 and we have a 5 there. So we are going to have 5, and then we open the bracket, and we are going to say 5. Okay, we simply say 5 to 5x squared. Okay, we divide through. Okay, this highest common factor into that term, we are going to remain with x squared, sorry. Then positive 5 into negative 5, we are going to have negative 1. Okay? So we have 5 open bracket x squared minus 1. Then we are going to factorize this one later. Okay? Using difference of 2 squares. Difference of 2. This is a square, and this one also is a square. Okay? Because 1 times 1 is 1, the next time x is x squared. So we know that the square root of x squared is x, and the square root of 1 is 1. So here we have 5, then open bracket, x plus 1. Remember, the square root of n is positive or negative. Okay? The square root of n is positive or negative. So here we are going to have x1 and x minus 1. Okay? There. We have factorized completely. Okay? We have factorized completely. So that is up to question 4. Right? So we are going to proceed. Please, if you have any question, like I've said, let me know. Okay? Let me know. Question 5. First, been given this in diagram. Okay? This region is shaded. That shaded region. This is set A, set B, and C. Okay. So we've been asked to describe the shaded region using set notation. Okay, so we have been asked to describe the shaded region using set notation. Okay, so most people or pupils, students, and let me just say most people, they get confused, especially describing the shaded region of a given Venn diagram or set. So the first thing that you are supposed to do, okay, is whether you've been asked to shade the region, say you've been given content of a certain set, and then they tell you to shade that particular set, or the set notation that you have been given, you just need to take some simple steps. So the first thing here is that we know set A and set B have been shaded. Okay? So these two sets, okay, in other words, they were put together. So we have set A and B. Okay? Set A and B, so there is a union of these two sets. Okay? Now, if we were shading set A union B, okay? Okay, if we were shading A union B, then we were going to shade these other parts inclusive, because set A, the boundary the state is active, meaning some contents of C are also expressed by Z. Same, the contents of of C are embraced by D. But remember, state C has not been shaded. Then if you were asked to shade state C, okay? If you were asked to shade state C, you were going to shade this, okay? That is these, okay, regions we are going to be included. Now, there's one element, okay? There's one element, okay, which is complement, okay? Complement. Now, what does complement of a set mean? Complement, the other word for complement is not the member of or not found in. Okay? Not a member of or not found in. So for example, if I say set C complement or C complement, what I'm simply saying is I want the members that are not in set C. I want the members that are not in set C. Okay? Members that are not in set C. Now here, the members that are not in set C are these, including what is in this, okay, universal set. What is outside the two sets? Remember, whenever you are listing sets, you list the members that are in A, B, C, all those members that will not be found in either set A, B, or C will be put outside this set, in this region, okay, in this box, set of the universal set. So in this case, okay, what the same notation here, okay, I think this may be the last question. My battery is getting low. I'll need to charge my laptop battery. I'll be able to come later, maybe in the evening or so. Okay, so in this case, we want set C complement. Okay, it is not in set C. Now I have said these also are not in set C, but they are not, they've not been shaded. What has been shaded is just this region. So we are going to integrate this together with this set A union B. So the set notation is C complement, okay, intersection A union B. Or A union B intersection C complement. So C complement is all these including 2. So when if you were to list, okay, let me just quick, let me give an example that is clearer. I hope my battery before I finish. Let's say you have this set here. Okay? Let me quick. Okay? This is it. Let's say you have 1, 2 here, and then you have 6, 8, then you have 9, 10, then you have 11. Okay? So in this case, C complement, the set was going to be 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Okay, that is C complement. Then A was going to be A union B was going to 4, 5, 6, 11, sorry, 7. I have to write in ascending order. 7, 8, and 11. Okay? So the set that has been shaded is the members that are being found in this set C complement and the members that are being found in this A union B set. So the members are 4, 5, 6, and 8. That is why we have only shaded this part here. This part. That's the only part that we are going to shade. Okay? So thank you so much. We are ending here for now because of the battery that has gone low. But in our chat, we are going to continue. Okay, with part 2, that is you looking at this same past paper 2018. Okay, paper 1. So we are going to continue with question 6. We have ended us at question 5. So thank you, and let me know if today's lesson was clear enough. If there are any issues, please let me know. Thank you, and bye bye. God bless you.